Hey, it is Mrs. Lyle, and I am bringing you your art video this week. Welcome. We are in Unit 1, and if you wanted to do some of the drawings that I have for you today, you'll just need something to draw with and something to draw on. It could be as easy as the back of an envelope. You do not have to have a sketchbook for what we're going to do today. You don't have to have a sketchbook for anything in the course, just so you know. So our learning objective, we're going to talk about the elements of art, and those are line, shape, color, texture, form, space, and value. Those are the fundamentals. That's where we'll start, and you've probably covered this in some of your art classes in lower grades before. First thing I've got for you is this Elements of Art kind of online book, and so you could use that QR code. You could also use the link that will be posted in your announcements for the week. So pause this video, go into this workbook, take a look around, play a little bit. It's kind of fun. It's a little kind of a nice way to spend your time for a class. So now that you are back, we are going to talk a little bit about some different paintings and how the elements of art used in them make you feel. Like, what emotions do they bring about for you? This by Pollock. Where and how is line used in this painting? Are the lines straight? Are they random? And how do the way the lines are done, how does that make you feel? What kind of an emotion do you feel when you're looking at it? You can pause the video between each of these if you like, just to look at them and think about them a little bit more. Our next one is by Kandinsky. So shape is a big one in this one. What do you see? And how does it make you feel? How does this arrangement of shapes make you feel? Color is also a big one in this, but we're using this one more as an example of shapes. And this one by Tamayo. How does this make you feel? So we see geometric shapes. Do we also see organic shapes? And how do you think that those different shapes, and especially the way they're layered on top of each other, how do they make you feel? What kind of a mood do you get? What kind of vibe do you get from this painting? This one, believe it or not, is not a photograph. It is done with pen and ink, with a ballpoint pen. And this one is really highlighting value. So value is the use of darks and lights to depict depth or to depict certain feelings. There is a video about this where you can see the artist at work. So you could use that QR code, or again, this link will be in your announcements for the week. So how does the way that value is used in this affect the emotion behind the piece? So you can see around her eyes, very dark, kind of hidden, but a really bright light on this part of her face, on part of her shoulder. Then we have this one by Lawrence. This one is our example for color. And how do you think these colors affect the mood or the feeling of the piece? Our next one is by Oppenheim. This one is about texture. Do you think this texture is actual or implied? And how does this texture and the way you think it might feel affect your feeling of the piece? This Yosemite Valley by Bierstadt. So what kind of technique for showing space is used in this one? And what do you think the overall mood is? And do you see other elements of art in here? So a few questions for that. So I've got a few activities for you, a few little things that you can participate in if you like. You don't have to. You don't need to be skilled either. You can do small drawings and put them all on one sheet of paper. And you can pause the video while you're working on each of these things, but I will keep rolling through them. So the first one is draw an example of line. And you did see examples of all of these in the paintings that we talked about. Draw an example of shape. And also there were examples in that little Google workbook that we shared at the very beginning. How about an example of texture? And this one might take you a little more time. Texture can take more time to indicate. An example of color. So this one, you may need those markers, colored pencils, crayons, that kind of thing. It's a little harder to do that with just your pen and paper. An example of value, you can do with anything. You can do it with markers, crayons, pens, pencils. And draw an example of space. All right, so wrapping it up, if you wanted to learn a little bit more, here's a video on understanding the principles of design. This link is also going to be in your Monday announcements for this week. Some final reminders, make sure you are watching the Monday videos covering our content for the week. That's what this is. Make sure you're reading your Monday announcements. Make sure you're reading the articles in Unit 1 in your content. You are allowed to work ahead in this course, and that is okay with me. But if you're not working ahead, try to stay current where we are in the week. Your 103 quiz is due this week, and your 1.09 test will be due the week of September the 8th. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in a few weeks.